before I leave the field. Open up my laptop, tell it to do a summarization and prepare the email. By the time I get home, it's ready than I could ever do without it.
She's at the lake right now. She doesn't have to bring her paperwork anywhere with her. Literally, they were arguing about what the best thing to do was.
Yeah, well, that's part of this. Not just that's not the main reason why I got into this is the money part, but it is a perk. So I was talking to a client while I was out scouting the field, and we noticed some gopher damage, and he says, "Okay, across my fields, you know, is it worth reseeding? What do you see?" And my first reaction was, well, it's probably about 200 acres over a 10,000 acre farm that we've got to, maybe do some reseeding. And so I said, but before we make a decision, let me run it through some AI and get some satellite imagery, real satellite imagery, and find out different levels of damage on the field through the satellite imagery, run it through an agent. It figured out 3 different variations of damage and compiled it. And out of the 10,000 acres that I figured there'd be 200 acres that we could probably reseed, we got down to 30 acres that was bare ground that could have been reseeded. And we just decided, well, 30 acres, it's probably not worth dragging a machine all the way out to that field to take care of it. Yeah, there's going to be a yield drag, but the cost of dragging a seeder out to do that 30 acres was more than what we would gain by reseeding it. So we left it alone. And your other question about Harriet. So Harriet is my master agent. She takes care of all the other 11 agents that I've created. She took a deep dive into my personality and puts that into everything that goes into any decision that any agent comes up with a solution. So it's me that's actually verifying, or she's actually verifying what I would say in that situation. And I have to prove everything before anything goes out to anybody, and where it lies and how it builds rules around decisions that are made. So it is phenomenal what it's saving me in time in a day. A good example is I'm out scouting fields for 14 to 16 hours in a day. I used to try and come home and compile it and give a summary to my clients at the end of the day. It just wasn't happening. I just exhausted, tired, just it wouldn't happen. So I'd have a conversation. I'd forget half the stuff that I scouted. Now, before I leave the field, I open up my laptop, tell it to do a summarization and prepare the email. By the time I get home, it's ready. I just have to send it and it's done. So my clients are getting a lot better report than I could ever do without.
I love that. I was hoping the piano would start playing in there. I just almost brings tears to my eyes to hear about Harriet, the agents taking care of other agents and helping you and helping your clients. And I'm so passionate about agronomists being in this course, Robert. You can see the value, and especially as company as a one, I think we're all, we can benefit from this technology. So thanks for that. Joe.
The other thing,
yeah,
just
go
before
ahead.
I leave that,
Go. Yeah, please.
This morning I thought, well, I've got Harriet, but who is Harriet? So I told her to go find all my agents and give them a last name and give me a job description of what they do. And so that's what she's doing right now.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, it is actually very helpful to make them human ish. So Joe and Jamie's saying the organization of all our business documents is drastically improved using AI. And this is Jamie, Joe's wife in the cohort. more organized, and it is happening in real time. I often do my farm work late at night or early mornings. This has allowed me to stay on top of everything in real time. That's been fun. Hey, Joe?
Yeah, I think she's at the lake right now. So she doesn't have to bring her paperwork anywhere with her.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I think it's made a really big difference for her. I think one neat story is that just all the connections you could make like in the program. So like we use OffCenter or whatever, and I finally got it where I could pull all of our data out of there and make a report that looks like I wrote it and give it to everybody. And I just sent it this morning to a couple of our team here, and it's pretty cool to report it. Because last night at about 11, I just told it, go in there and make the most detailed report you can make that Shay and Drew would appreciate. And what was waiting for me this morning was unbelievable detail. It was really, really neat.
And you saved a little bit of money on a deal, farm equipment deal, maybe?
Yeah, so we were looking at switching out our combines. So we just took the deals that we had in front of us and we took our financial statements and then kind of our acres right off of what basically the acres came out of the op center too. And I'm like, tell us if we need to do this. Tell us if we have enough combine power if we do this. And so then I've made kind of an advisory board and I've started giving them personalities now too. And that advisory board just came back. Like there's a devil's advocate one, and there's like a financial one, and there's an operations one. And yeah, like literally they were arguing about what the best thing to do was. So it was pretty cool.